Yes. So go ahead. What are we doing here? Who are we and why?
Yeah, exactly. That's ADHD and autism in a single sentence there. What are we doing here? Why did we start? Why have I come in this room?
And why are we at the fridge right now?
Yeah, exactly. And,
Yes,
and
yes.
why am I holding the TV remote while I'm here? What?
Yeah. Oh, did you ever had like put the remote in like your fridge?
Trying to put my kettle in the fridge the other day. Like, I've done that before.
Your
Instead of the milk,
kettle in the fridge?
I tried to put my kettle in. I'm like, what am I doing? Jesus. It's like,
You just
and
wanted to make some iced tea.
yes, that's what it was. I just wanted to chill it really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if things are not put back in the places I expect them,
Yeah.
gone.
My husband actually has that like really bad. Like he has always like the car keys and stuff like in the same spot. But when I go out and take the keys, it's fine that I actually take them. But when I come back, I leave them in like my pocket or I put them somewhere else. So then when he is like going out or something,
Where's the keys?
it's like, where are the keys and where's my wallet? Like, it's like you can actually feel it rising, you know?
Yeah. And then you have to go through what was I wearing yesterday?
Yeah,
What,
because I forget.
where did I go out to? The worst right, the two worst things I have done. One, I left my car keys in the ignition of my car and left my car unlocked. And left it there because we'd like stopped, parked up on the drive, had a bit of a chat, then everyone just got out and went in the house, and I left the keys in the ignition. Or I've left the other one I did was leave my front door open. My sister
Open?
thought I closed it. I
Yeah.
thought she shut the front
Oh,
door.
I have that as well.
Went out for the whole day. Oh, left the keys in it. I've done that before. I just left my
Yeah.
keys in the front
Yeah,
door.
me too. Like, or I just don't close it, or I forget, or I'm on my way and then turn around to check if I actually closed it.
Yes.
That's like a real problem as well.
What we do now is if I'm the one going out with the kids and no one else in the house, I'm like, right, I'm going to hold my door keys up so we can all see Mum has got her door keys before we shut the door.
It's really awful, but I was actually wondering because I'm not sure if you know, but so I have this thing with my son actually, and I'm not sure because I have no like comparison for
Yeah.
that, but um sometimes with some movements and stuff he's not able to do it. Like he can turn like the key but he doesn't like get the last part of it, right? Like
Yeah.
to open it. I'm not
Sort of
sure if it's like
it could be
something.
linked. I don't know actually, because my daughter, I have to say, I found that with my two actually. They took a bit longer to learn. I'm like, just keep going, and they're like, I can't do it. What do you mean you can't do it? So I was like, and then you kind of think back when you were a kid. I'm like, was I like that? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember.
That last little, my daughter can do it now. She's coming up 15, so. But yeah, Jacob sometimes has issues. But I don't know if it's a strength thing. I don't know if it's a dexterity thing, or if it's or being a bit lazy.
I'm not sure because like the front door he actually can open now. So now when I'm going out and he's still at school, I'm like sending out a WhatsApp message because he's always having his key with him, like in his school thing. I don't know, bag. Yeah, bag. So I'm like, yeah, do you still have your key? Yeah, I have my key. Okay. I know that if he has like the key of a front door, he can actually enter the house. But if I would like, if I want to buy some time or anything, I just give him the key of the back of my house. I'm sure.
Yes, my two can't do the back door very well because you've got to really click the handle up and then twist it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, mine we have like this gate that you have to open, but like the cylinder of that one is like half crooked. So my husband was for quite some time was like not having a problem with it. So then I actually borrowed his keys, and then I found out that he actually has no problem with it because his key doesn't do it with. But with mine and with my sons, you have to like twist it several times.
It's quite catching.
Yeah. And like my son is like, okay, so I turned it, and I'm like, then you have to like twist it one last time, right? But it will go like a bit rough.
Yes.
But he's like, yeah, I can do that. So that's when I decided to give him like the front key,
Dorky.
the front door key. But yeah, now we actually have to change like the gate of our. So maybe like the next one, try
You'll
again.
actually do.
Yeah, but like really like for example, like the pizza
Slice. Yep,
pizza
yep. The
slicer.
pizza wheel. The one with the wheel.
Yeah, with the one with the wheel. Yes, we're
Yes.
like sit. Come on, Geraldine. 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, the pizza wheel.
We need this for a snippet, right? Oh God. Oh yeah.
We're
Yeah.
all right. Moving again.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, he cannot like. You need some pressure, right, to make like the slices. But he can't. So we now decided to give him just a scissor.
Oh
So
yeah, we do that too. Just cut it with scissors. It's quite
yeah,
alright.
whatever. But yeah, I'm wondering that maybe one of our listeners will actually like
Yeah,
comment.
have they had problems with? Because sometimes, I mean, there's something called dyspraxia, which is about
Speak?
sort of dyspraxia, which is about having coordination and dexterity. I'm not 100% sure, but dexterity problems. Let me look it up properly. Let me look up
I need these words for Scrabble.
dyspraxia. Yeah, hold on.
Dyspraxia.
Yeah, dyspraxia. There it is. So dyspraxia. It also known as developmental coordination disorder, a common disorder that affects movement and coordination. So
Oh.
yeah, and it can be linked
Oh
to
really?
posture balance and movement issue. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be massive. Like
Mhm.
you can. One of my colleagues a long time ago, she got diagnosed in her. I think she was 50, and she went, "Oh God, it makes so much more sense now." So
Yeah.
organizing and planning problems, trouble learning new skills, fatigue, poor hand-eye coordination, balance and movement issues or gait abnormalities, abnormal posture. So, dyspraxia is another one to look up.
I'm like shocked.
Yeah,
So
dyspraxia.
how do we know we don't have that? But
I know. I'm all right on that one, but like, I'm trying to think what she told me because my hand, I actually have got quite good reflexes and stuff like that. Even the kids are like, "You're quick," but I also think that's because of my job, like having to do fitness. I think I've developed better reaction times and I've just got quicker and faster. But it's always a possibility. Dyspraxia is an interesting one, but again, I think it's linked again with all the neurodivergent stuff. It's a brain thing, isn't it? So
yeah.
I think it's one of what's called it's comorbid. They're normally called. So like having ADHD and anxiety, it's a comorbid thing. There is another better word, but my brain's
I'm starting to get worried about my own things.
it's nothing to worry about. All it does is give you an understanding of why your body does the things it does.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
So do you relate when I say like if you feel something really weird, you actually think you're dying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah.
the short version, like
Yeah.
yeah.
I think, oh, this is it. My God. And it's like, no, it's just a slight headache. I'm okay. It's like so stupid half the time.
I really relate to that one. I'm yeah. I came from quite I will call it a poor family quality. But like for real. But they were like really hyper
Hypochondriac. Yeah.
yeah. So then later on I was like when I had something I was overthinking things as well, like oh my God, I'm actually dying.
Yep.
Yeah, but then like I think it was last year or the year before, I was having like this really like twitches in my fingers and stuff, and I was like, okay, this is not in my head anymore. I'm like having really issues with it. But then because I actually I went to this whole stage like going to the doctor and get like this letter for the hospital. Went to the hospital, and then I got to this like neurological doctor.
Yep.
And so I was like, he said, "Yeah, can you tell me what are you afraid of?" So I said, I'm scared that I might die." So
Yeah. I might be really ill.
yeah, yeah. So he said, "Yeah, why are you thinking that?" So I was like, "Yeah, because I'm having like this muscle movements and stuff, and I was like,
Controlling them,
yeah, 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 yeah." So eventually he did like do some tests and stuff. So then he like did some other things, and then he did a scan or something. If I recall right. Oh yeah, he did like this electronic things as well. And then he was like, he told me like, "Yeah, you come in later, and then we talk about it. So when we have like the test results." So I was like, "Okay, fine." So I was going, I was going back like 3 weeks after that. So I was going. How do you feel? I said, "Yeah, I'm still scared, you know."
Yeah.
So and then he said like, so I was like, "Did you find anything?" Because I'm kind of used to getting to hear that it's like in my head, right? So because I was like a lot with doctors and stuff, and they always say like, "No, we can't find anything," but I really feel things and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I was actually like in my mind, I was like already set for the we can't find anything. So I said, "Am I going to die?" And then he said, "No, you're not going to die. Did you find anything?" And then he said, "Yes." So I was like, I said, "Oh, really?" Like, but and then it turned out it's called an I think it's called FND, like in the English term, right? Functional neurological disorder. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. But yeah, so I was like, "Yay, I'm fine. I'm not dying." But he said, "Hello, do you hear what I'm saying? Because it's not nothing."
Yeah, it's also not in my head. It's something real.
I was really happy that well, this sounds weird, but I was really happy that for once it wasn't in my head. I really had something. But so he was like, "So now you're happy that?" And I was like, "Yeah, because I've been sent out to like a lot of things, and they're always saying like it's psychosomatic,
It's called psychosymptomatic.
that one." Yeah, yeah. So I'm quite fed up with that one. So now what actually happened was I'm not visiting doctors anymore because I know it will be that again.
I thought it up and I've made it happen type territory. Yep. Yep. It's all
Yeah.
in
So
all my
I was like not doing that again. And then actually when he find this F&D thing, I was like,
Hey,
"Hey."
there
But
you go.
he looked at me really weird, like, and then he was like, "Okay, I have to ask you some questions." And then I was like, "Oh God, I'm fucked." So then
Yeah.
when he started talking to me, he was like, "Well, I actually read your whole file, so now I get why you're really scared and stuff like that." So he said, "I can understand, but just because you're not dying of it doesn't mean that it's nothing, right?" So I was
Yeah.
like,
It doesn't mean it's not serious. It's still
"Yeah,
serious.
yeah." So I was like, "Yeah, but then it's fine because I can live with it." But then he
Yeah.
said, "Yeah, you can really have like really bad days as well." And sometimes when I'm like getting older, like now that I'm like in my 80s now, but like now when I'm actually getting a bit older, I feel it like more on a regular basis. Like
Yeah.
I can feel it a lot, and I start to feel it in like other parts of my body, like in my other arm as well. And I didn't have it there before, so sometimes I'm kind of spooked out by it because there was this lady, and she's actually in a wheelchair at this point, but she's not getting like special treatment stuff because it's not like she won't be in there forever, right? So
Yeah.
it's a temporarily thing.
Yeah.
But like this girl was like in the news, and then I
If you
was
get
like,
flare ups and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah, they have like the special things over here, like so you can like actually call social service and have someone over for special things and stuff like that. But this kind of condition is not like it's not forever, like
So it comes and
uh,
goes. You can have, as you said, times where it flares up and you have worse symptoms, but
yeah,
then it's sedate
yeah,
and you can be
yeah,
walking again.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now she was at this point like she couldn't like get up the stairs, but she couldn't have like a special thing written down by her doctor because she now she has to like sleep in her wheelchair because she can't get. And
Upstairs.
she's yeah, because she's not, it's not bad enough, right? Like,
Isn't that the case? You're not bad enough.
yeah, you're not bad enough. Cheers with that one. So I was like, whoa, shit. So I was actually thinking that because I was watching this like documentary of her, and I was like, oh, I'm wondering what she's having then. So what she's like her condition is, right? And then she said, yeah, it's like the Dutch one, but it was also F&D. So I like, what the fuck? So that was like a wake up call, like, shit.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, that was like the other side of the medal. Like, oh my god. Like, yeah, okay, I'm not dying, but
And it can
imagine
have
that
a
you would
massive
like, yeah, like major. So I was like, oh, yeah,
taking things seriously. But it is true because, like, literally everything that happens, I'm like, that's it. That's it. I'm on my way out. And you hear so many stories of like people having that, like that thing. And you think, that's it for me now. And I think, don't people?
yeah,
Most of the time,
yeah.
then you have to go through, have I actually drunk enough water today? Have I actually eaten
Oh
anything?
yeah, yeah. I have that with headaches.
I'm probably just hungry and
Yeah,
dehydrated and probably need to go
yeah,
and eat something. It's like, God.
yeah. I recognize that. Like for example, with the headaches.
Yeah.
Like, and then all of a sudden, like my husband says, like, "Did you drink enough?" And I'm like, "No, I actually I don't. I only had the coffee this morning." Well, okay.
Probably not. Have you eaten anything? Well, I
Yeah,
meant to. I kept planning to, and then other
yeah,
things got in the way.
yeah.
And that.
Sometimes it's like really worse.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's when you find out you fucked up again.
Yes, exactly. And in that moment, she realised she'd fucked up. She's like,
And then the next day, we just continue to do it.
"I'll be better tomorrow. I'll remember to eat." Oh, I did it again. And I'm terrible because of, again, with my job, I think, right, I'll eat then because then I need to leave it a few hours so then I can work out or I can do stuff with my clients. And then after I've dealt with my clients, then I'll go and have something else. But it's always, I'm good in the morning, like I'm very good with breakfast, but
Yeah,
then the rest
yeah,
of the day,
yeah.
I'm
Oh
like,
no.
and then I suddenly I'm like, oh, I've not really eaten again. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but I've had this forever. I think this eating and drinking.
Then, yeah.
Yeah, like I just forget.
I forget.
Even when I'm thirsty, I'm actually forgetting. Oh, now she's sitting there with a flask.
That's why I have this
Ta-da!
now. But it's tea. I mean, it's hydrating enough, but it's
Yeah.
better. It
Well,
keeps
how
it
do you feel about? Oh, that this is a good
There
one.
you go.
That's actually. How do you feel about people actually saying that coffee is not good to
Hydrate you.
hydrate?
Okay, so the myth behind that one. There's a myth. And they've said tea and coffee is diuretic, as in it takes water out of your system. But you'd have to have so much of it that no, it is a hydration. You can have it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to have water as well,
Yeah.
but coffee and tea both count towards your hydration. You
Yeah,
won't
right.
use enough. You drink more water than it takes out of your system, so you're fine. And also,
Yeah.
people don't realise actually a lot of your hydration. Obviously, if we don't eat food, we're going to have a problem. But you get water from food as well, so the hydration isn't just necessarily what you drink. I mean, if you're eating lots of fruits and vegetables, especially fruit, you're getting a lot of water in that way as well. But yes, no, it's a bit of a myth. It's not the diuretic.
No, I mean it's like you drink it, right? So you're actually like,
yeah, you're not gonna lose more than you've taken in.
No, but that's
and you're not even going to
kind
lose the same amount. It still hydrates you. It's full of
yeah,
water.
kind of the same myth that people are actually like spreading about eating chocolate. Oh, you're feeling in love. Yeah, you must have eaten some chocolate. Yeah, but I didn't eat like 4 kilos of it.
Exactly.
But,
I didn't eat my body weight in it. I'm okay. Thanks very much.
yeah, it's. I'm not sure what people actually doing, but I think like when you drink, so it's fine. You actually have something to drink.
To be honest, I mean, I do drink water, but tea is what I drink most of the day, and my hydration is fine. Oh.
Yeah. I'm always like, uh,
Smack
I
the
always
back.
do that. I like it, to be honest. It's like,
It's quite
I bought a rocking chair.
Ooh. Oh,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
nice. There's
It's
stimming
really
for you.
nice.
I love
I'm
the rock.
actually fighting my cat now.
Yes. They do always think, take it. It's mine now. It's not yours. Go away,
Yeah.
human.
Yeah.
It's
Go away. I actually wanted another one, but I I don't know where to put it. So yeah, if I do that, I will like sit with my feet in my TV or something. It's not
mine.
like
You'll have to get a mini one for the cat and be like, that's your one, and this is my one.
they have it at IKEA.
A mini rocking chair. Yeah, they do.
Yes. Oh yeah, I wanted to say something to my husband, but yeah, since we're recording, we're not doing that. It's out of the thing. But yeah,
Well,
they have a rocking chair
watch,
at IKEA.
watch this one back so you remember to go and buy the
Yes,
mini rocking
I remember. Oh God. Oh,
chair.
that's
Once we finish, you don't know. Do you know how many times I've actually watched? So, our other one, the Tainted Ghoulettes, I actually have to watch them back to find out what I said because I can't
yeah.
always remember.
I
I'm
have
like,
that as well.
what did I say? I don't know what I said. Oh, it's quite funny.
And sometimes I even get like where I was talking about while I'm watching it back. And I actually did answer. And I answered correctly, but I had no idea. Like the last one with Sister Mary, when I was listening and watching it back, I was like, huh? Did she mention that? And I actually responded and I had no idea.
No memory of that. Oh, I did that on the one of the three of us, like with me when I came in as a guest, and I watched it back. I was like, I don't remember talking about that. I must have done because that's my voice, and I can see me.
Oh, yeah, so you forgot about that one.
I was like, I forgot what I said. I was like, I always sounds so funny. I always come back and think, oh, I speak quite nicely. You know, I'm quite clear and coherent. I forget it all afterwards, but you know, while I'm talking, I'm quite with it. It's quite funny.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. It's you always sound really clear.
Yeah. It's all a facade, everyone. Trust me. As we said, we're used to catastrophizing. We're used to being in that moment, so we can make it sound like we've got it together. I haven't got it together. It's all a lie. There is no getting it together.
Yeah. What's like if you have to think about something really typical for what we actually have, what was like the worst that happened today to you?
To me, mine is definitely memory. The worst is recently because so I'm used to this is going to sound so awful. Do not come at me, social services, but children are fine. So basically, I'm so used to my husband now going in the office one day a week, and he takes the kids to school and he picks them up. So in my head, I wasn't picking the kids up that day. And suddenly Keith's come running down the stairs going, are you getting the kids? I was like, no, it's Thursday. You get them. Oh, God, you're not in the office.
Oh, my God.
Quite late. It was fine. I was on time. But, you know, you're like, yeah, no, it just because it wasn't in my head. It wasn't in my calendar. It wasn't any part of my routine. It's gone. I've had kids for 15 years nearly. I should remember them. And the kids were like, you forgot us. I didn't forget you. It was meant to be Dad. That's what it was. But he was in the house, not in the office. And my
so you were actually looking at your husband and saying, you would
you're meant to get them. You're meant to be picking them up. It's Thursday. And he's like,
I'm here.
Like,
oh wait. I have this oh no, it's not no.
We're all good.
Yeah. We're good.
Yeah, mine is memory, like double booking myself as well. I am terrible. I can't remember specific ones, but that's why I'm always like, I'll double check. I'll ask my husband. Let me just double check with Keith. There's nothing that I should be remembering that I haven't.
Yeah. So I have to say something to my husband. Can you please send a message to the little boy? Because he's messaging me and I can't answer right now.
Yeah, I can't do anything about it. Do you know what? That's the other thing that gets me. Do you get messages if you go out? My two kids, I love them dearly. But I was like, I'm out with my friends yesterday, and they're still messaging me with the same problems I have when I'm in the house. I'm like, no. Mummy's out. Mum is out. I am out with my friend. I am having food. I don't want to know your issues. I will find out your issues when I come home. Don't annoy me while I'm out of the house. I'll come
Yeah.
home nice in the mood, and I will help. My son's got suddenly. I think both my children are neurodivergent, but they are looking to assess Alyssa for ADHD. I feel that Jacob is autistic, but not to the point they'll ever assess him. But and possibly ADHD. But he's come up with an idea. He's going to be a YouTuber, and that's it now. He's running with it. And when I say running with it, it's like, Mum, my camera's not good enough. Mum, I need to do this now. Mum, will you help me edit this? Mum. I'm like, oh my God, I love you, but come on, give me it. And it's literally come into his head the other day. And he's like, Mum, are you pleased? I'm sticking with this. I was like, it hasn't even been 24 hours yet, Jacob. Let's just, you know. And when I was out, I was getting messages about his iPad not being good enough. And he's like, it's running out of battery and memory. And I'm like, not now. And the other one, I said to them, the boundary is don't say the word mum the minute I step through the door. Like, let me get in the house first, maybe take my coat off, make a cup of tea, then come and talk to me. Don't, the minute I step through, come at me with an iPad going, Mum!
Now you're home.
You're home. I'm like, that's not going to put me in the best mood. It's not going to put me in the best mood, and I'm probably not going to be very helpful. Bless them. But
do you have the same that I have with my kids? So when I'm actually tell them I'm going upstairs or I'm going out today, you cannot really don't bother me unless really needed.
Unless someone's dying.
And then they all start dying. And then they send out this message I can't find this or that, or I really need it. And I'm like,
I'm not
I told you not now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not there. I cannot help you. I was like, seriously.
Yeah. I mean, it's I can't cope with the world right now because at one point there people are actually telling me that I should set my boundaries straight.
Yes.
So actually when I'm setting my boundaries straight, I cannot talk anything now because this might come out really wrong. You pick it up.
But no, you set your boundaries, but nobody's listening. That's the problem.
Yes.
I set my boundary and you're not listening to my boundary. Stop coming across. I've told you. And then they're like, why are you annoyed at me? I'm not annoyed at you. Oh my God. I was like, kids, please don't. And my daughter's like, well, I didn't message you. I know you didn't today, but you have done before. Don't even go there. Oh my God. I'm like that. I need to go upstairs for a minute and read my book. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Do not.
I'm having this problem. I really enjoy books because I really do. But I'm having this problem. I see the ghost crucifix. Yeah. I really having this problem that when I'm actually reading a book, my eyes start twitching. So I can't stick to the rule. The lines or the sentences of the book. So at that point I'm getting really annoyed because I actually have to find
Wow.
and I refuse to read like a little child with this little thing under it
You have to get your ruler.
the ruler one. So I'm no, not doing that, but I definitely should.
I get it, but I'm terrible. So I have I'm either one of those that is reading all the time, or I don't read for ages. I read nothing. But I lie. There's fanfics. There's a lot of fanfics, but
I don't want to know about the fanfics. Just keep it to yourself.
No. The one I'm reading at the moment is absolutely lovely. One of my friends is writing one from the perspective of Copia being about 6.5 years old and being a child. And it's so heartbreaking, but so beautiful and so sweet. It proper, I was like, you've got to be nice to him. And there's one sister who's being very caring. Yeah, she's written it beautifully. But I read those. But if I find a book I love, and again, I don't know if this is a neurodivergent thing, if anyone else has it. If I find a book I love, I get annoyed that the rest of the world gets in my way of reading my book.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Everyone go away. I need to read my book. I literally have to be so careful because I will do things that are not good for me in my life because I'm I need to read my book. I'm oh, that's not good. I think
turning into Smeagol at that point.
Precious. I need to read my precious. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I did that with the you might have heard of them, the A Court of Thorn and Roses books, the Akatar books. They're a fairy book. And I read all 5 in the space of 3 weeks, 4 weeks, which is really quick even for me.
Wow.
But I
Yeah.
every now
Can you
and
like? Can you like? I can do that. Like when you see like a whole page.
yeah.
So I cannot not like read a whole book, right? Just what I just told you. But if it's like one page, I can like done. And I so you have that too. That's cool.
Yes. So, and especially if it's a book I particularly like and it's gripped me and I really like the characters and I want to, but then I suffer heartache when I'm finished. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this is the
There's
whole ghost thing again, isn't it? The
yeah.
fictional characters have left me and now I'm
Yeah.
bereft, heartbroken,
Yeah.
and I don't know what I'm
Yeah.
going to do with myself.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. And that's why I don't. I have this grieving moment after
Yes,
reading.
the book's over and it's like, oh, it's fin-. And that's what I notice as well. If I'm reading a series and I know I'm on the last book always takes me so much longer to read because I know it's
Yeah,
the end.
because you know. Yeah,
I know,
because then
so
you
I'm
know.
terrible for not picking it up. So I'm like, yeah, but once I get to the end, it's over. I know I can read them again, but it's not the same. And then they're gone. This is how I'm feeling about the whole ghost thing at the minute as well. I'm like, I literally watched that 30-second snippet and cried. I mean, seriously, get a life, Geraldine. Get a life.
Okay, tell me why were you crying? I mean, I'm a ghost fan as well. I'm a ghost fan as well. Hello. Yeah.
I love that song.
Oh,
By the way.
yeah. I mean, like,
Oh, I didn't guess. I did not realise. Didn't
no.
understand.
I actually redid my room. You know.
I think it was. Yeah, it looks lovely. He's looking very nice. I like he's looking at it. I like the artworks as well. They're very good. Very good.
I did that.
I like that. It's very
Oh
good.
God.
But yeah, the reason I cried, I think one because of the song choice, because I'm like, oh, it's Pro Memoria.
Yeah.
No. And it was just, it's the lighting and the way he moved. I think it's all very emotive to me. And then obviously there was the little quick shot of somebody else and then back out to him moving. And it's that bow. I mean, I cried when everyone kept showing their bloody clips of the last, like with that song that plays.
Yeah, and the one with the like the one where he was actually bowing down, like
the final one, I think it was
yeah, that was actually like fading out to like Tobias himself. Like that one, like, and then you see, like, I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!"
Like that. But I cry very easily, so it doesn't take much. And and then everyone going, "Oh, they better not hurt him." And I think, and then my friend was telling me with the clip, you know, Exorcist and what happens there. I was like, So I know if I'm going to see this in the cinema, I'm going to hydrate really well and take a lot of tissues because I am going to cry. I know I will.
Yeah.
That 30-second clip got me today, and it's a fictional character. He's created a fictional character. It's going to rip my heart out and stamp on it.
Yeah, I felt like, I mean, yeah, like, how to put this, like, you know what I was about to say, so I won't say that, but I felt like really strange when I actually saw this happening online. I was like, wait, what?
What's going on? What is this?
What happened? And then this is like the crazy part, right? Like I was having like chicken skin.
Yes, gave me goosebumps every time I watch it.
How? Like for real? For real? How?
How does it? Even thinking about it now, I just felt my legs do it because it's literally the lighting. He's individual.
What the actual fuck?
But what it also reminds me, the way he twirls there also reminds me very much of Joker. I think I've said it before. Joker as in Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. And that's emotive. I find that an emotive movie as well. So it's the twirling. And you're thinking, but he's playing Pro Memoria. And that talks about death. I just live in fear. But what makes me laugh is I did not have I had a busy-ish day today. But literally that happened in the 1 hour I was dealing with a PT client. So I had no idea what was going on. My friend was texting me the entire time and I had no idea what they were messaging me until I looked afterwards and they were like, something's dropped. Go and look at it. I was like, flip me. I was out for an hour. Like, seriously? Then it happened? Between 2 and 3 p.m. today. was like,
Yeah, well,
seriously?
maybe there's like another Batman movie coming out together with something. You never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Oh, there is. There is another Joker movie coming out. It's with Lady Gaga playing Harley
Hmm.
Quinn. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Hmm.
And funnily, because I put Joker in my top 10 films, and I've only seen it twice now. But it was really weird because I think the only time I'd seen it was at the cinema, and then literally the other day I purchased it on
Yeah,
my Y,
yeah,
and I remembered so much of it. And I'm not good at remembering things, but that one did. But I said it's because it kind of hit home. Like he was a mentally unwell person. It was the line in it that went, the hardest thing about having a mental illness is that you have to pretend you don't.
yeah.
And it just hit me. So I said it's a feasibility because he wasn't looked
Yeah.
after. He asked for help and no one bloody listened.
Yeah, yeah. And it's actually still happening like every fucking day. Things are
Oh,
actually going so wrong.
mm-hmm.
And people just ignore them, or you kind of stamp like you're the freak, and then like 3 days later it's like the same people like, oh, if only this person
They
had
said
talked to
something.
me.
Yeah. And even with, I mean, I'm very grateful over here for our national health. It's been amazing and fantastic. But I was always someone. So on my initial blog, when I was younger, when I was dealing with anxiety and all the rest of it, like I was like, you should speak out, you should do this, you should do that. And then suddenly
Yeah.
I found myself within the medical side of it, and I'd
Yeah.
had my ADHD diagnosis, and I then felt like, well, now what? And there's no guidance. And I said, I feel like a bit of a fraud telling people, oh, go and speak out, but you don't get any help. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Or you do. I was very lucky. We have Mind over here, which is mental health charity, and they will
Mhm.
give you free counselling. But I had to
Okay.
wait 8 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was short. I know some people who are still like waiting 8 months. I was kind of lucky, but they came to me and went, "Do you still want it?" Yes, I bloody still want it.
Yes, please.
Yes, please help me.
Yeah.
It's really difficult because you don't know who to turn to. Even with this diagnosis, I'm a lot better now. I know I genuinely am wired differently. That
Yeah.
has helped me knowing, because again, I had a few people ask me, why did you feel like you had to have a diagnosis? I said, because I spent so many years of my life having these ups and downs and breaking down and
Wondering
falling
what's wrong. Yeah.
what's wrong with me? Why can't I cope with life? Nobody else seems to be at home sobbing into a pillow because they couldn't cope with some loud noises. It's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? And then another day I'm absolutely fine. Like the thing that had triggered me that day, and the next day I can deal with.
Yeah, I have that. Yeah, I can actually relate to that because
Mhm.
my husband is like autistic, and he's a drummer as well.
Yeah.
But so sometimes, like because he works a lot from home, which I totally love. I mean, I really love it. But like sometimes when he's like stressed out or annoyed or something, he starts like tapping on this desk. And because he's a drummer, he also does it with his foot.
See?
But sometimes when I'm like not feeling really good or something, or like messed up in my head, or I'm thinking about something and I just cannot handle this tapping then.
It's like that.
So I'm like,
Stop it.
and then I start like, yeah. And then all the I can't not even like ask him nicely. No. I'm just, can you please stop it now? And he's like,
there's a name for that as well.
oh God.
It's
Come
called
on.
misophonia.
Misophonia?
Basically sounds that make you irrationally angry.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So I know so much crap. Misophonia, which I have a lot of because I can't deal when people breathe too loudly.
Just stop breathing.
Breathe like that. Like right next to you, especially if they're bunged up, or sniffing. I did it myself the other day. I'm irritating myself now because but yeah, chewing, breathing, sniffing. And if I have audiobooks, I have to be careful what narrator I get, because if they talk like, it's not their fault, but if there's a certain noise, I'm like, oh, I can't listen to that because I'm just going to spend the whole time angry at you.
Yeah,
Like,
just
yeah,
like, no.
swallow what's in your mouth, swallow the spit, like
Yeah.
stop that noise. And I feel really bad because that is very much a me problem. I know that's a me problem. But again, it's linked to the ADHD and the autism is being affected by certain noises. And they just, like my kids now, they know. Like my poor son comes over and he's eating a bit of chocolate and I'm just like that. And he's like, do you want me to stand over there?
Yes.
Then
Yes.
you can come and sit next
Please
to me.
eat over there.
Just eat over there and then come over. Don't chew in my ear. Or sometimes I'm like, right, put the telly on then. I know you shouldn't watch telly with your meals, but I'm like, please put some other sound on so that I cannot hear everyone. Because then I start flicking.
Great.
And that's when you know I'm really annoyed. If I start doing stuff with my hands, my kids know now. They see me like down by my side. I have to stand up. So down by my side, I'll start like twiddling my hand like this. And they know I'm really annoyed. Because it's like, I said,
she will whack us.
It feels like my skin doesn't fit properly when I'm really irritated.
Yeah.
But sounds, yeah, misophonia. And again, like you said, I mean, with the chewing and the sniffing, I can never cope with them. But certain sounds, I can, like you said, if I'm in a right mood and my brain's in an all right place and I'm in a good mood, they don't bother me as much.
Yeah, then it's all fine. But if you have like a slight off day, it will actually like set you off.
Yeah. Someone clicking a pen, like sometimes I'm fine with that. Other times I'm like, if you keep clicking that, I'm going to take it out of your hand and I'm going to snap it. And I'm not a particularly violent person. So when these thoughts,
but then you are.
You're like, oh dear, where did that come from? I'm going to snap your pen and I'll give it back to you. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't. I try and walk away. But yeah, it sounds. But growing up and thinking, no one else used to getting angry at sounds. And so later when you find out like about misophonia, you're like, oh, that makes a bit more sense. And then you're like, oh, but it's linked with the ADHD and autism. And they're like, so many things make sense now. So I probably, what I find now is I'm more vocal. Like I will say, right, guys, it's the way my brain operates. You cannot do that near me. I can't process it. And I will.
I'm actually scared to breathe right now.
No, your breathing's fine. No. Never. You're fine. No, it's that, you know, when you're all in a quiet room and you've just got that person next to you, it's like, and you're thinking, are you one, are you okay? And two, it's like my poor husband. I did have sympathy, but for ages he had issues with his sinuses and it affected his breathing at night next to me trying to sleep. Literally. It sounds horrible. I started off really sympathetic, but after about 6 or 8 months of this, my sympathy waned, and I was like, "Can you please ring the doctor for your own safety? Can you please?"
You're such a bitch.
So horrible. So horrible. I was like, "I love you dearly, but now you need to ring the doctor and find out what's going on." So that
otherwise I kill you.
I will kill you. Please, dear God, please. Like it went from, oh my God, you poor thing, that sounds awful. You should go and get some antibiotics and get it dealt with to please sort it out for your own safety. Please, dear God, help me.
Geraldine, that's the worst. Like
it's just like, seriously, come on, 6 months or 8 months. No, if I'd not been able to breathe through my nose for that long, I would have been like driving myself. No, get it sorted. Go to a doctor.
I'm having this, like, I have this with one of my, I don't know how it's called. Like, how is it called? Like, one of them, like
nasal passages.
Nasal passages. Like,
yeah.
I have one of them is actually like damaged because of all the tubes.
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah.
When I'm like laying down, and I'm like breathing through my nose, you have this little squeaky sound.
Squeaky noise. That wouldn't actually bother me. That's quite funny. That wouldn't bother me.
Not always, but like often when I'm laying down. So it's like I'm so annoyed by this sound, and then I start.
It's like that. Stop making the noise. Stop it. It's funny though when you make a noise, you think, was that my nose? Like, did I make that noise?
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Yeah.
I do rein it in, but like you said, there's certain times where I'm like, it's fine, it's all controllable, noises and sounds and crowds don't bother me, and other times I'm like, I can't deal with any of this. I need to go now.
But do you have like I have that like people calling me like emotionally unstable?
I have been called that. Actually, this was before I knew. Like when I was 22, I had a job, and they actually told me they couldn't give me. They were like, "You're emotionally unstable." It's like, what? I was 22. Jesus, reps. They were like, "We can't give you like more responsibility. You're emotionally unstable." Because I cry. Thanks. I show my emotions. That's what it is.
I'm laughing, not laughing at you. I'm like, oh my god, this is like so familiar.
Yeah, you're emotionally unstable. What's the other one I used to get as well? It's like, you can't cope with things. Well, no, I can cope. I wear my heart on my sleeve. So if I'm upset, you're gonna know about it.
I can't go, but not on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah. The problem is, I think when I hit my overwhelm, I cry. That's my like when it all goes, and then afterwards, I feel fine. I feel much better. It's released all the hormones it needs to release. But everyone else is now nervous. They're like, well, she was really crying earlier.
Yeah. Maybe she's getting pissed off, so now they all scared of us.
No, everyone, don't worry. I'm okay. That's my release. I'm like, I hit the wall. I had a sob, and now I feel really good again. We're okay. I've done the bit I need to do, and it's not.
Yeah, because then they become like scared of you because you won't have like this meltdown.
You're
so now
you're
like this unstable bitch all the time.
Yeah, whereas now I tell people, like, I'm a lot more vocal. I'm like, do you know what, guys? I've had like a heavy few weeks. I can feel I'm on the cusp of something. Like, it probably won't take much. I might cry this week at some point. I think I did. And I was like, I could feel it, and I can be a bit more like, oh, I'm aware this is building up. Whereas before I knew what everything was going on, it seemed to come out of nowhere. Like, it hit you, and you're like, oh, I'm now sobbing in my kitchen. I'm not sure why. It all got too much. Whereas now, I think I'm a bit more aware of when things are building up and think, actually, that was a really emotional day. That was a really busy day. It was not a day, but it was a really busy day, and I had to be social, and I met lots of people, and I've chatted to lots of people.
You had to mask for a very long day, and then eventually it will come out. Like,
and then I didn't give myself the next day to recover from that. So now it's sort of building up, and you can said the other day to them, I went, I can feel I'm on the cusp of something, guys. Just to warn you. I think.
Yeah, if you're like having that one day off then or go out or something, but you're not really able to enjoy it fully because you're actually feeling that you're on the edge of like
on a precipice. On the precipice.
It's a problem.
But I think I'm also better now at trying not to overwhelm my own schedule. Like when I was younger, I'd be like, yes, we need to do something every day. And then I'm wondering why I was feeling so crappy. Whereas now, I mean, sometimes it happens where everything seems to suddenly happen in 1 week. And you think, seriously, it's like 365 days in a year. Why does it all have to happen here? But most of the time, I'm now pretty good going, right, I've got a really busy day there. I'll have a chill day tomorrow. No, we're not doing anything. We're not going anywhere. We'll just stay at home or whatever. And it's better, much, much better. And I feel having an official diagnosis for me, I totally agree with self-diagnosis, and that's what I was initially. Like, I've met so many people who were officially diagnosed, they went, no, you're like us. And you go, oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. You have accepted me into the tribe.
Yeah.
But to get my official diagnosis was huge. But it was a weird one again. Like you said, with like when you got the F&D diagnosis, you were like, yes, it's something. And then you're like, oh no, but this is quite hard. God.
Eventually,
So it's that emotional roller coaster of yes, finally, someone agrees with me. My brain is wired differently. And then there's that emotional bit of going, but why didn't I know this when I was younger? It would have helped so much. You know, I'd always said I was wired differently. I was different, but I didn't know why I was different.
Yeah, I had that like in primary school as well. I never like fitted in, and I didn't get like the latest trends and stuff like that. I was like just not appealed to it. Like I was like, there was this one time they were actually like when I was in primary school, they were having this not football, but like Corn football. Not football. That's not the same, right? Like football is something else. Like football. I'm not sure. Like they were running across the field
Yeah,
with the ball and they like kick it, right?
yeah, football. We'll
Yeah,
go with
yeah,
that.
yeah. We go with that. And then there was this one thing of collecting like cards of it
Oh,
at
okay.
school, and I was like, I think me and like another girl, we were like the only two that in our class that weren't into this, and there was the same with this. I think it was some kind of, oh yeah, with the marble game, marbles.
Yep.
I do like marbles, and I love to watch it, like the
Yeah, it's really
figurines.
cool.
It's like, how did they do it? Like
Do they get the
how?
colours in there? What do
Yeah,
they
and
do?
then twist it like in between your fingers. You twist it around so you can
Yes,
see. Yeah,
it's like
something like that. But actually play it and then lose the marbles. I do not like it because I was way too attached to my beautiful marbles, especially
marbles.
one
Yeah.
with the oil colored ones.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, so
yes.
you don't want to lose them. No, I
No,
also, I also think I don't know if it was also part of me. I thought if something was really popular, I don't want to do that anyway. It's too popular. That's still
yeah,
the same. It's too
yeah,
popular. Yeah,
yeah. Nah,
I'm not
no.
interested. It's like
Yeah,
well, everyone's
I
doing it. Why would I want to do
yeah.
that?
Why? What's the point, right? Like, yeah. I had this with the marbles again. It seemed to be a traumatizing thing, but
The marbles.
yeah. So
Because we don't
some
have any, Kim. We lost our marbles many years ago.
yeah, we know them. But
we,
I could also like get really upset when one get like cracked or damaged, so it wouldn't shine so good. Like the
oh,
whole
yeah.
like I'm
But
also the kind of person that actually is watching like a lot of the satisfying videos
yes.
with cutting
Oh,
sand.
I love them. So I really like
And
the ones where they slice things or they chop things. You're like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah, or like the moving things that actually go to a hole or something like that, just in the
yes.
right time, the right.
You're like, that's so nice. It's that's happy brain.
Yeah,
That's
the
happy
oddly
brain.
satisfying videos.
Yes,
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
those two.
yeah.
But
I mean,
like you, I think now I'd be more inclined. I wouldn't play the marbles, but like you, I'd want to know how it was made. So I'd end up looking up YouTube videos on watching how marbles are made and
yeah.
crap like
Oh yeah, how it's made.
how it's made. Oh, there was a TV show called that when I was a kid called How It's Made, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
over here it's now. Now they actually like airing
how
it,
it's
so
made.
it's like really old right now.
Yeah,
But
how it's
it's
made.
really cool.
But it's still so cool, and you're like,
Yeah,
that's how they do it.
yeah.
Ah, because
It's
my
the
kids
same with the sweets, like the long. I'm not sure, like
where
the
they
stick.
spread it like the rock sweets, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
spread it out like string. It's
and,
like, wow.
yeah. And then you see it, and they like make some kind of flour in it, like a flour.
Yeah,
And then when it kind of shrinks, it actually like they chop it off, and then you see the fucking flour. I still don't know how they do it.
magic. It's magic.
It's
It's
magic.
magic. There's sorcery at play here. I always
Yeah.
think that.
I
That's like,
actually never liked magic.
no, because you know how it works.
No, no. I'm like, no,
No, no.
no, not my. I'm thinking about things that actually like really appealing to me.
Oh, mine was always knowing how things work, like reading up. I mean, my favorite game was one we had a CD-ROM,
CD-ROM.
CD-ROM, and it was called
Yeah.
Encarta. So it was an encyclopedia on a
Oh, the
CD-ROM.
encyclopedia thing.
Yeah, Encarta it was
Yes.
called.
Yeah,
And
from
then
Philips.
yeah, and then you could go. There was a game in it that you could go and play, and it was
Really?
like, yeah, Encarta had a game, and like basically it was a knowledge-based game, and you could follow it through. And my sister and I used to play that quite a lot. I like knowledge-based games and anything where I could learn
Yeah. Yeah.
and read
Oh
stuff
wow.
and know stuff. And
Yeah,
it's
it was.
only as you get older that you go, maybe that could have been the sign to people that there was something going on there.
They could have known. But it was like when you actually like push the CD in, it would actually start, and you could see like all these things like floating around like this globe, like
Yes.
health things like an ear and intestines and stuff like that.
Oh, I love ones like that. Yeah, all those sorts of games. And then
Yeah.
I did like I did like PC games. I used to play Tomb Raider.
Oh no, I don't like it. It's annoying for me. I did like I actually I did play on my PS2. I had Prince of Persia.
Oh, that was a really good game.
That was really good.
It always gets sliced up. There was one bit, and
Yeah,
it was like
yeah.
and
Yeah, I was like, fuck it.
stupid game, stupid. It's like, but I'll try it again. Let me try again. I can get it this time. I can get the job.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Or I played The Sims as well, like a lot.
My daughter loves Sims. My daughter likes The Sims.
And then burn the house down, or like.
She was really young. She was about 10 when she started playing it, and she from an experience, traumatic experience, she learned not to make them about people she knew, because she made us a family. Yeah. And then she went, Mum, Dad's died. And she was like, oh my God, the barbecue. He was doing a barbecue and he caught on fire, and you did nothing. You just stood there, waved your arms around and ran away.
And you were like, God damn it, it was just The Sims. Dad didn't really die.
And I'm going to go, don't save it. Don't save it. Just don't save it. Exit out of the game. Don't save. Dad died. After
on top of the stairs. Mom, Dad has died.
Dad died. What the hell? No, it's him. You're really stupid. He's doing barbecue.
Those bloody kids. It was during a barbecue and you didn't do anything.
Mom, you didn't grab me. You only grabbed Jacob. I have no control over this at all, Alyssa. Like, yeah, after that, she didn't make us as a family. She made other families. And she'd do like all the challenges, the 100-day challenges that she'd follow on YouTube.
Oh. I had the same experience with The Sims, and when I'm making like the whole family, I always die or get into a fire or I drown in the fucking pool. While I'm actually a great example of swimming in The Sims, because I'm then like having the best grade there is, but I still drown.
Yeah, my is always there going, oh, for God, they starved to death. I've been telling them to eat for the last 10 minutes.
Having this ADHD, they forgot to eat.
I forgot again. That's basically what Sims. I don't know why I'm here. I just sway. She's like, yeah. It's like, and
I like building those houses, you know.
That's what she likes doing. She's like, come, can I show you around my new house? And here I have this, and here I have that. And, I got some mods in. I got some mods in, so I was able to get some more. All right, show me your mods. Look at this. I got this, and I got this.
Yeah.
Like, we're okay.
I actually have like the vampire pack.
Oh, yes, she's got that one. She quite likes that one. They're good.
And there's a gothic one and a new one. It's not new anymore now, but I actually found out that there's one with horses as well.
Yes. She was disappointed with some of them because I was like, she used to get, she's like, can I get some? I was like, wait till they're in the sale because they're not
they're in the sale.
Wait till they're at a reduced price, because I've discussed it and she agrees with me now. It's like, because one day you won't be as obsessed. I'm like, I'm not saying you won't go back to it, but you will have spent all this money and then you won't play it. Oh, no, I won't. I'm going to play it forever. Yeah, Mum, you were right. Because now she crochets. She doesn't play Sims quite as often. She still plays it, but not to the same extent.
Yeah.
And it's like, so she was like, I'm glad I bought everything in the sale.
Yeah. And Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, God, I love that. Did you ever do what was the one I used to like? Very similar to Roller Coaster was, oh my God, what was it called?
Yeah, the Zoo Tycoon, right? Or
there was Hospital. There was a hospital one and owning your theme.
Theme Hospital.
It was Theme Hospital. Theme Hospital. Yeah, Theme Hospital and Theme Park.
It's new. It came out again, right? Like now.
Was there a new version? Doesn't surprise me. Huh? But it was so good. And then I learned how to cheat.
Wait. What? 2 Point Hospital.
Ooh.
The new one.
Ooh, I might have to look at that.
Yeah.
You used to laugh because you'd come in with a case of bloaty head.
Yeah, with a case of bloaty head, yes.
Bloaty head.
Yeah. But what was the other one?
Theme park. So it's the
Theme
same
park.
company. So it's Theme
Yeah,
Hospital and Theme Park.
I
And
didn't like that. My computer crashed like all the
oh
time.
yes,
Yeah.
I learned how to hack it and make it so I had unlimited money.
Yeah, and people that barfing at your theme
Yes,
park.
it was like you haven't got enough toilets. Hua, hua. That's all you could hear in the background. And as a kid, I didn't like things like people being sick, but I could cope with it in that game. And it's like, oh, they're all going green. Oh, they're all complaining that the toilets smell. Oh, for
Yeah,
goodness sake, get some more cleaners in. And then
yeah,
you design these stupid roller coasters, and it would fling people off.
yeah. You just didn't finish them, so they're actually like flying out of the roller coaster, right? Yeah,
But I did
yeah,
enjoy it.
and then yeah, well, they obviously didn't get out of the roller coaster because they all died. But like sometimes when you build one yourself, you get like the statistics, and then it's like very heavy, and then they come out all green and start buffing.
And you're like, oh, they're not. And then it's the smell of the bins or smell of the toilets, and you just hear the noise, and you're like, where are they? Where are they
Yeah.
throwing up? Where are they? I can hear them. Where are they?
Or the worst, when you like actually like you make like this I have this crazy thing. I'd like to make things like symmetrically, like the
Oh no,
pots and
yeah,
everything.
yes,
And
when
then sometimes I'm like really excited and I put like this ship, like the rocking ship in it, like
yes,
because it
yeah,
fits.
yes,
And then
to
bots like
take
laughing like
people
and
out.
yeah, and then they come out, they start throwing up. And then I forgot halfway through, I forgot to build like the other side of the pot as well. So it's not like really symmetrical anymore. And then I I I don't see like anyone walking, and I'm like, where all the people go? And then they're all at this one like little square, like all standing there.
I
Like
can't move.
yeah. But there was this new one, and it really let like it. I'm not sure if it was Roller Coaster Tycoon, but I think so. But they made like because it was like a few years ago, they kind of released a new one. It was so good. They had like the sweetest like um restaurants and like the sweetest toilet.
Oh,
It's really nice.
oh, I like that. I might have
You
to have
have to check that out.
another game I used to play was called Sam and Max. And
What?
Sam
Selma
and Max,
Max?
yeah, it's called Sam and Max Hit the Road. That's what it was called. Sam and Max Hit the Road. Basically, it was a detective and his sidekick. Now, the detective was a dog. He was Max. Sam
Yeah.
was a bunny rabbit. But it was one of those games. So it was like you'd go through, and the hardest bit at the beginning, and my sister and I ended up looking it up, was like you couldn't do anything unless you had some money, and we couldn't find
Yeah.
where we were keeping his bloody money. In the end, it was in the mouse hole or the rat hole in the wall of his office is where he was keeping his money. But then
Oh.
once you got out there, it was. I think I've got it on my laptop again. I think a couple of years ago I paid about £6 to download it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we used to play within the game itself. You could play other games. You'd go and visit like petrol stations, gas stations, while you were doing an investigation on where. What was she? I can't remember her name, but she was called the Giraffe Neck Girl. So Giraffe Neck Girl, who was the one who was missing, and that's what you were investigating to go and find. But you'd go and visit these other places, and you could play like their equivalent of battleships, but they had cars. So you had a police car, a cab, a hearse.
So it's some sort of like a budget edition.
Yeah, it was. Oh, it was just so fun.
Yeah.
I think you find it quite funny. Sam and Max Hit the Road, and it was just it was very clever. That was one I liked a lot. I played that a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Back in the days. Oh God, I feel really old.
Back in the days.
Back in the days, but they had like the Game Boy, right? Like the Nintendo.
Had a Game Boy.
I didn't, and there was this like cheap alternative called Supervision. And it actually had like all the knockoff games. It was really cool. There was this game. It was actually called Sony Express, and you were like this monkey on a scooter, and you had to like deliver packages. I really liked the game, but I bought it, and they never came with like some kind of instruction manual.
Oh, so you need to work it out.
So I'm just like seeing this great like screen like with the monkey and then press start. So I press start and I'm like, go
Now,
get your packages. And I'm like, where the hell are those packages? I'm
where do I
like
get them from? Just
driving
thinking,
around. Then it turned out, and I actually had the game for about 6 months by then. And I was like really annoyed, and I started pressing like all the buttons at the same
you got
time because.
packages.
And then it turned out that when you press the select button, you actually had a map which
Oh,
showed where you should get the package. So when I found that out, I actually
you do
driving
that.
to that, and then I was like standing there. I had no idea how to get the fucking packages because then I was standing in front of the house and
There's
I
the
could see it
packages.
on
Now
the
what
map. I could see it on the map. So I was like, yeah, here's my scooter and there's the package. So how the fuck do I get the package then? And then it turned out I had to press like the select button twice.
there you go. Now you sound like me trying to play Ghosts of the Ministry. Still don't know how to get out of the room. I really do have to go and have a look on my laptop.
Yeah,
Still can't get out of the room.
you have to check that out. Like, yeah.
I forgot. I should have gone back and watched one of our podcasts to remind myself.
Yeah.
to go
Remind
and have
yourself. Like you have to check it. You have to check back on that one. Like how
What
to
did I
get out of
say?
the ministry.
How to get out of
Yeah.
the Ministry. But yeah, we had Game Boys. I have a DS. So I like playing Professor Layton. I like all those sorts of games, like puzzle solving games.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like a terrible puzzle person. I actually managed to get to the Tetris one. And I actually never managed to get like further than 30 or something. And then I was like really annoyed because then it was like too quick and I was like
Yeah, it goes too
starting to
far.
panic. Yeah.
And
So
panic.
yeah, it was like not really my thing. I just like really have to check out if like
And then
No.
I like and then what did we have initially? My friend had a Sega, and I used to go.
yeah, the one with Sonic.
Yeah. I love Sonic. Love
Yes.
Sonic.
My son, my husband, my son as well.
Love Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
We used to play Street Fighter.
Yes,
I was very good at Street Fighter. I'm still
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good at Street
the
Fighter.
one with the bottle. The drunk guy with the bottle all the time.
Yeah. I used to play the one that was like the Dalai Lama type one, who'd like stretchy arms or something. Anyway, no, it's gone again. But we got like
The one with the white robe, right? Like the
Yeah.
one.
we used to get we got the retro games, and I warned the kids I'm pretty good at Street Fighter.
Yeah.
They don't like it. They don't like that I'm good at it.
No.
No.
Or Mortal Kombat.
That was the other one I was trying to think of yesterday. Mortal Kombat. I was like, there's another one like Street Fighter. I can't remember what it's called, Keith. He's like, is there?
Yeah. It's Mortal Kombat with the dragon one.
Yes, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Nice.
It actually turned out, and I only discovered this year because of my husband. It isn't actually like written with a C. It's written with a K.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, what the fuck?
KOMBAD.
It's not combat. It's combat. Like
Combat. Mortal
why?
Kombat.
Yes.
Because
So yeah, now we know.
So any other gamers out there? Anyone else get obsessed with games and then get irritated with them?
Yeah.
I used to be really bad though. I'd go and look up walkthroughs on how to do things because I'd get annoyed. So
You could actually call like the Nintendo ones. You can actually call to the special number to guide you through like some of the games, right?
No, I used to just look them up. People would have written them themselves, and you just go right. So what am I doing next? Okay, I'll go here.
Yeah. No, I don't. No, I didn't have that one. I actually had it like with a friend. She actually called this one. I think it was some sort of hotline or something. Especially, yeah. Someone's like nodding here. Yeah. It was like a special hotline of the Nintendo games, so you could actually like call them and like say where you are or something, and then they would like guide you through it or something like that.
Ooh, I quite like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a good one to like end this one.
Yeah.
And
Perfect.
I'm actually I'm curious to hear if there are like other
What other games
people-
were out there? The other
This is
games I
crazy.
remember, I'll just add a few more, see if people remember them. It was Rainbow Island. This is one you play with a joystick. We also had the black joystick with the orange button.
Mhm.
Rainbow Island and Bubble Bobble.
Bubble.
Bubble bubble. So there were little
Bubble bubble.
dinosaurs, and they would blow out little bubbles, and you jumped on your own bubbles to get further
Coming
up.
from where?
Their mouth. Their
Oh.
mouth. They would blow bubbles. They didn't fart them. They blew their bubbles. So it's bubble
You
bubble.
never knew. You
You
were
never
saying it.
Yeah, bubble bubble. But Rainbow Island was a favourite. So you'd throw out a rainbow and you'd climb up the rainbows. And then,
I don't know that one.
as you were going up, and then you'd fight the baddie at the end of each level. But
I never heard of that one, but if I don't forget, which I probably do, but when I once I'm reminded, I will like check this up.
Oh, I'm going to check that one out. Yeah, Rainbow Islands and Bubble Bubble.
Yeah. So people, just check it out. We will say goodbye for now,
and let us know your experiences. Come on, talk to us. Tell us your things.
Talk to us. We need it. Well, bye.
Bye.
Bye.